For this segment of A Bit of Addison history, we are taking a look back at a period of tremendous change and development in Addison. These events occurred under the leadership of Mayor Larry Hartwig, who guided Addison for 18 transformative years from 1995 to 2013. Due to negative misconceptions of Addison following years of disastrous flooding, the federal housing lawsuit, and a high-profile murder case, the village under Hartwig decided to engage the services of a Chicago marketing firm, Aaron D. Cushman & Associates, now Cushman Amberg Communications, to promote the benefits of living and doing business in Addison in 1996. The following year, the firm proposed the village adopt the marketing slogan, "Get the Addison Advantage," and brand all of its marketing efforts accordingly. Also in 1997, the village was one of the first municipalities in the nation to launch a cyber town hall, an interactive online question and answer forum between village officials and residents. Residents typed their questions into a portal and responses were relayed back through cyberspace. Mayor Hartwig participated in the first installment on September 24, 1997, but the program was soon repeated with other local officials, including U.S. Congressman Henry Hyde and School District 4 Superintendent Larry Weck. Addison cable television programming, the printed village newsletter, and marketing materials all conveyed the message that Addison had an abundant and diverse housing stock which would appeal to any prospective home buyer. In 1999, the village produced a 30-second commercial specifically promoting the entertainment district of Addison as a destination by featuring the Links and Tee Course and Golf Dome, Marcus Cinema, and other new and developing attractions. The village also aggressively promoted itself through the publication of a tip sheet that advised news outlets of pending photo opportunities related to business ribbon cuttings, dedications, award ceremonies, village events, municipal appointments, and other village news. Also under Hartwig's leadership, the village's historical district and museum campus took shape. In 1976, the Addison Historical Museum had opened in Village Hall thanks to the efforts of the Historical Commission and the Addison Historical Society as part of the village's bicentennial commemoration. By the early 1990s, however, it was apparent that the museum had run out of room, and the Historical Society began fundraising efforts to try to acquire and move a historic structure for use as the museum to a site near Village Hall. In 1993, the village took advantage of the opportunity to purchase the nearby 1893 Century House, once the home of Lutheran school teachers, at the corner of May Street and Army Trail Boulevard. The Historical Society was put in charge of restoring the home back to period. By the end of the decade, the museum still needed more space, and its home in Village Hall was nearing an end as plans for the new construction of a new Village Hall were being finalized. During this time, the village was able to secure several large state grants, and former Historical Commissioner and Society President Vivian Krentz and her family donated a vacant lot next to their home as the new site for the museum. In 1998, the village created the Village of Addison Historical District with the intent to protect and preserve the historic properties remaining along West Army Trail Boulevard, south of Village Hall, which included the Century House, the vacant lot and future site of the proposed Addison Historical Museum, and the Krentz home, a former 1917 Evangelical Lutheran teacherage. In the summer of 1998, the village was able to acquire the 1892 home and the 1932 coach house from the Balzer family and moved both structures from East Lake Street to their new location in March 1999. The relocated museum reopened to the public in 2000 and was soon followed by the coach house in 2003. Around the same time, plans progressed for the design and construction of a new village hall to replace the aging and obsolete former Kinderheim building, which had been utilized by the village as its headquarters since 1960. In 1997, a feasibility study concluded that a full rehabilitation of the building would exceed the cost of erecting a new building. The village board selected FGM Architects of Oak Brook to design the new facility. A citizens committee reviewed various design options and opted for a traditional Eastern colonial style, complete with rotunda. The groundbreaking for the new village hall, whose footprint was located just east of the existing village hall, took place on a snowy day in early March 1999. While construction of the new hall was underway, the police headquarters at the southwest corner of the property also underwent refurbishment and expansion. All told, the project cost $10.1 million and was funded by a general obligation bond paid for by a sales tax increase. The formal dedication and ribbon cutting for the new hall was held on August 26, 2000, along with the dedication of the Kinderheim Arch to commemorate the former structure. By late 2005, the library board came to the conclusion that its facility at 2 Friendship Plaza needed to be replaced to continue to meet the needs of the community in the emerging information age. To avoid a referendum and property tax hike, the library and village entered into an $11 million bond deal to spread out the cost of a new facility. By the end of 2006, a final design plan was approved for the building at the northeast corner of Army Trail Boulevard and Kennedy Drive, and a symbolic groundbreaking was held in May 2007. Due to bad weather and construction delays, the new library space, which featured a cafe, fireplace, teen center, expanded children's area, meeting rooms, and a green roof, did not open until September 2008. In addition to these major municipal projects, the village also attracted new investment into the community during Hartwig's tenure. Nationally known commercial brands such as Walmart, Hilton, Hampton Inn, along with the Medina Shriners, chose to put down roots in Addison. The village was also able to retain one of its largest employers, Pampered Chef, when it needed to expand its headquarters and distribution center. This business expansion, along with increased residential development of Addison, as seen in the Tamarack and Cimarron subdivisions, Armani Circle, Avante Place condominiums, and Armitage Point, demonstrated the realization of the Addison advantage. In August 2016, the former library building, currently the headquarters of DuPage High School District 88, was renamed the Hartwig Center in recognition of Mayor Hartwig's many years of distinguished public service and outstanding leadership. For a more detailed history of Addison during the Hartwig years, purchase your copy of Addison, The Vision Continues. It is now available at the Addison Historical Museum or the Village Finance Counter in the Police Department lobby, and retails for only $34.95 plus tax.